I wonder, Autumn, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species destined for release into the world, you should not question how they find room for them all on so few islands. Their answer lies in Kitsis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environments. It is there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Elpis' observers conduct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is the tailwater north of Poitin Oikos. And I will save myself half the journey. Hey! Someone dyed it yellow like I would have!
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Big. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask about after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is at another facility, as we have just discovered. Oh, I sense Emmett. Oh, thank you for saving us the trouble. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his studies into Dynamis, as well as the creation of Meteon, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge of the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so says the illustrious Emmett Selk. Did he now? According to your story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial currents in the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. If our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hypnodeus' sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than an invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Van Daniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that either he knew and was unable to help, or he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. What if Meteon is responsible for the final days, and he's covering it up? To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate these acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth, and would have known had Van Daniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that, I am certain. Okay, so toss out that idea, but... it seems there's more to the tale after all. And it seems like they were right at the goal, and then somehow they just didn't go through. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. 'Tis time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for understanding. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emmett Selk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. There. It was just like it is fun. They are close by, within the Hungering Gardens. That should be the circular enclosure you see just ahead. Well then, Autumn. Make yourself useful, and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Van Daniel matter. On all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. True. But the creations in there are not exactly... then again, perhaps Autumn can handle them. She did survive a bout with Venet, after all. Off you go to find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the Garnet's residents. Ah, lovely. Wait, where are you going? Back here. Got it. Oh, god damn it, not again. Autumn, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Hephodeus and Emmett Silk company. About that. An important matter. And unrelated to my decision on Fandania, let's say. Then yes, I will come, as soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. Yeah, this is, something. Who the f*** made marbles? Who the f*** thought marbles were a good idea? Was it me? Genuine question.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a Dynamis reaction, and none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter. On the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to Dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age.
Oh, yeah, we got that far.
As you know, ether, in essence, negates Dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate Dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
Oh, I kind of figured that part. But then the question becomes who or what?
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we... They hurt. Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
See, every time I feel like we reach out and try and converse with someone amongst the stars, we always end up poking a bear instead.
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs Dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, and we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
God damn it, we found zero this didn't we? Compiling a report for dissemination to Hermes and all peoples of Aetherius. Processing expedition data, profiling profiles on intelligent civilizations, formulating answers to the question, finalizing report. No, Autumn, you must listen! It's wrong. It's all wrong. And he's on a minion. Annoyingly, yes. Panicked and confused, which will make it all the more difficult to predict her movements. Hermes, what do you make of the situation? The Metia are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across any distance, as if something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony. How might we access this shared consciousness of theirs? much as you would approach any sentient being directly. In the Mateo's case, it means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we track down the Meteon we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters, no way to provide directions or guidance. Then we had best set our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. Hermes? Oh, my dear Meteon, what did you witness out there that frightened you so? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? Come on. I am a noble mountain goat. I can see it. Come on. Okay, fine, I'll go around.